as being school culture being a freshwater fish, right? And African American culture or black culture being a saltwater fish. And we all know what happens when you put a saltwater fish in freshwater. What happens? It hemorrhages, it bellies up, it floats on the top, and so on and so forth. And one of the things that Wade Nobles, as well as a lot of our researchers who are doing this work about cultural connections, Geneva Gay, Michelle Foster, is if we know this to be the truth of kids coming from a different culture, having to swim in fresh water, and our kids are bellying up. What is the bridge? And that's an adaptation piece. How do we put a little bit of salt, sprinkle a little bit of Lowry in the fresh water? So when our kids are coming to school, they can see some connection to it that maybe they can adapt to the fresh water. And that salt is, how do we look at cultural connections in our lessons? That's the salt. How do we look at what could I add to fresh water in my classroom that allow kids to adapt? Because right now what we're doing is we're just dumping them in there, and they're bellying up. And you can do this in relationships to California content standards.